Hello folks, it's never too late to play with dolls. I'm just going to tell you that right now. They come in handy. I'm not talking about the kind that you get at the adult bookstores. I'm not talking about those dolls. I'm not talking about Barbie dolls. I'm not talking about paper dolls. I'm talking about Bill Ding and his friends. So I'm using these to represent me and my clients. And I'm going to talk about Feng Shui, of which my house is full of it. It's full to the brims with Feng Shui-ness. Let's see if I can zoom out enough so you can see what I'm going to talk about. I have what people can call 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag in my house. And my house is very much like a narrow one-way covered bridge kind of experience. The house, my studio where I entertain my clients, is roughly a square. I think I have to make it bigger, but this will suffice for the moment. There's windows here. There's a drawing desk here. The entrance to my studio is here. And these are walls. And when you get into my house, when you walk in, you're immediately confronted by stuff, which are represented by these things. The stuff that I have is big blocky filing cabinets and drafting tables and cabinetry and chairs and stools, and there's a gynecology table here. There's a drawing desk here, there's a drawing desk here, there's a drawing desk here, there's a computer here. It's just full of stuff. So what I've done is I build things based on the stalagmite way of architecture. I have filing cabinets and filing cabinets and filing cabinets stacked on top of each other, and here I am. And then across the top of two piles of filing cabinets, I have a platform that has all sorts of other stuff on it. I'm starting to hyperventilate. So what I'm doing, in order to make more room for myself, I added another filing cabinet. Now how is that possible, do you think? Well, it is. Let me just prove it to you, explain it to you. What I used to have to do is, here again is my studio. And I had my drawing table here. Here are the windows. There's a table here with a chair here and a chair here, and filing cabinets here going to the ceiling. Right here there's this huge pile of filing cabinets on top of each other going to the ceiling, and over here there's bookshelves and filing cabinets. And in order for me to go over here to find something for a client who's right here to see, I would have to stand up, walk over here, ask the client to move over so I could get through to get the thing, to come back, to sit down and show the client. And that required way too much calisthenics and interruptions and stuff. So what I did was, I added a filing cabinet right here. So now all of the things that used to be here are now here, and I'm able to talk with the client and say, oh, I did something similar to that. Let me show you. And all I have to do is reach my arm over and pull that thing out and show them without having to get up and walk over here and then have them move around and stuff. So sometimes having more is helpful. Adding another thing, if it's placed in the right spot, is perfect. Now you're saying, why don't you use some of this space? Well, that's filled up with 2 chairs, a table, all sorts of bookshelves. And why don't you use this space over here? Well, this is my computer and more bookshelves and more filing cabinets and another thing on wheels, and here's another drawing tape. So there's really no there's no place to be other than where I sit you. Now when I have 2 clients, that sometimes is a problem. They can sit on each other's lap, which is sometimes fine for a bride and groom to be. If they don't know how to sit on each other's lap by now, they better learn. But anyway, it's really quite interesting. I have been in the last year or so trying to get my studio really functioning well, even though it's way overcrowded. But the problem with me is I have to have lots of stuff. I'm never going to be a Zen monk, satisfied with my little cushion and whatever Zen monks have. I have to have my filing cabinets, I have to have my other filing cabinets, and they're all filled with things. Whether the things are things I need or not, I don't know. But I need to have them. So, and every time I think, by the way, every time I think I'm going to get a brand new filing cabinet, I think it's going to solve my problems. And it never really does. It just gets me another filing cabinet. Let me show you an example. I've got all of these things that I thought was going to help, but then I have things down here. And then I've got those and that. And these are all full of things. I got that. And it's choking. Yes, I should throw all of this stuff away, but then I'd have just a big bunch of pens in a pile. Here they're organized in a way that I understand. They're not labeled, but I know what they mean. I know what drawer means what. Over here are my filing cabinets on top of filing cabinets, as you see. This was where I used to have all of my sample drawings and invitations, and now they're over there. And what I did was I organized them. I combined the folders, so now I don't have 100 different folders. I have maybe 30. And they're based not by job, but by what the thing is sort of stylized about. They're not, I don't need so many folders. Here, by the way, is yet another, this is full of what? Pencils. These are dip pens. Those are different kind of pencils. These are wax china markers. In case I ever need to mark china, there's different color pencils. Here's other different kinds of pencils. Esterbrook nibs, dip nibs of various types that go with these pens. Here's the fonts are. These are pens I'm going to fix. These are pens I'm going to fix. These are pens that will be turned into artist pens. I don't know what those are. Yeah, I don't I need to sort this out. These are things I need to apply heat to fix. These need sections. These need pressure bars, nibs and sacks, and see, there's method to my. These are the pressure bars. These have to go into that. You know, I could just put them together and then get rid of both boxes, right? There's more pressure bars. These are pens I'm hoping to fix for myself. These are more pens I'm hoping to fix for myself. Do I need any of these? No. Do I want them? Yes. There's my kitty. Now he wants to get up on top of my Feng Shui diagram. But the pathway between me and my kitty did not exist a while ago, but I built the Panama Canal. I dredged all this out. This was full of shelving and bookshelves and cabinets and filing cabinets, and I built this tower on top of which is even more stuff going to the heavens. And I probably am going to bump this piece of wood and it's all going to come crashing down on top of me. Beer Gustafson was flattened yesterday in a freak accident. It appears that one extra straw was added to his camel's back and everything came crashing down. He is survived by his cat Orca. See, things approach the ceiling. Yes, I need to wear oxygen masks when I go up there, but these are doll houses, a modern IKEA one and an old one from probably the 30s. There's a dead bird. Can't have a house without a dead bird in it, right? I could put the dead bird in the bird cage. That's a thought. There's my gynecology table. It has stirrups and everything. Stirrups are right there. It lays completely flat and it's on wheels, so I can wheel it around. Books. There's a dartboard with pens flung into it. There's a backbone. I sometimes have clients that I'm suggesting could use one of those. Here's my bouquet of T-squares. Lots of books, Tinker Toys, flags. Okay, there's a saddle, Western saddle, and there's my kitty again. Okay, let's play with the cat. Kitty, look at this. What's this? You're not being very playful, kitty. Bite me. Oh, sharp claws. Oh. I guess he wants to play, but he doesn't want to play. Typical cat. Typical orca. These are full of stuff, these drawers. Can't have too much of that, whatever that is. Card holders. Card holders. What are these? Bab's card holders. Edward F. Babb and Company. So you take this out. How does this even work? It's a sharp point with a tube. Oh, I see. You slide a card into the slot. Pretend this is a card. You slide that into the slot. Come on. So now it's in there, and now you stick this. It's very sharp. You stick this somewhere. Does it go on a bulletin board? Do I have to look this up online to find out what that is? Tuxedo drawing tacks. These are drafting tools. There's a little badge that you'd wear if you were in the press corps. You'd put this on your lapel. Markers, pencils, knives, sharp things. How many of these do I need? Do you think? I guess I need that many of them. U.S. Army. Us. Ooh. These are proportional rulers. Proportional dividers, sorry. See, I've got all sorts of little treasures that I get to trip over every day I try to get something. I get distracted. These things are all parts of anti-ballistic missiles that came from a dumpster that had anti-ballistic missile debris in it. Kitty, what are we going to do? So I started talking about Feng Shui, and I ended up talking about other things. So this is what I'm about. Take it or leave it. Kitty? Bye.